not recording. Why is... how long are we recording here? It just keeps interrupting for some reason. So I made a few attempts already. Seems to be recording now. Hi, hope this finds you well. I'm out here, one of my locations, to talk a little bit about the weather. A little weather update I said I was gonna make. We are here in February, early February, and it's just not, I mean, there's snow, it's winter, it's indisputably winter, a very winterish winter, with a little bit of wet in it. But it's winter, it's not summer. And there's really not more snow than what was expected at this time of the year. So that kind of makes me think that that the winter will be, as I said back in September, October, pretty much be over by the middle of March. But watch out for that flu coming in with the Venus connection. I guess I come back to that in a bit, because I also discovered one thing coming up in a couple of weeks, and it might be significant, it might not be significant, but we will be Tralala comet again is on the outside of us around the 15th. Gosh, I didn't even pick up the name of the comet, but I saw it's there. Oh God, I have to just do my due diligence when I get home. Just look at these once more, just make sure I saw what I saw. So, like from the 14th to the 18th, we might have some exaggerated weather effects again. Så det noen folk. Hei. Ut og preker med meg selv her. We might have some exaggerated weather effects, but not the same as we had in the autumn when we crossed with the Chinchu and Atlas. That was ahead of us, between us and the sun. So I cannot remember the date we got all the auroras. That was the day we were the closest, passing closest by the tail region of that comet. So I believe the strong auroras was very much part of the physics of being between a comet coming in between us and the sun. And we weren't directly in the tail region, but we were just brushing, it was kind of brushing past us. And now it's going to be a bit different, because this next comet coming up on the 15th, 14th to 18th, it's some distance out there between us and Mars. No, it's outside Mars. Between us and Jupiter. So it's way out there, and we are a bit high in the ecliptic from where it's crossing. So again, it's not gonna be a straight line alignment. And also around that time, it's gonna be a full moon. So the moon is also gonna be between us and the comet. And I'm not exactly sure what we can expect from this, except one thing. I'm pretty certain of, and it might not be so important for the discussion, but to let you know, and also to jog your imagination a little bit regarding how the solar system works and how comets works, basically, because they're not dirty snowballs, as the professor says again and again. And let me just say this now. Well, it's recording now. Good. You want to go to Professor James McCanney's homepage. I will linking it below here. And you want to go to the archives. And you want to go and find... and you have to go way back here. To the era around 2004 to 2008. And just start listening. Those are good. Okay, it's 20 years since, but I promise you those podcasts are just as fine today as they were back then, except when they're talking about current events. The physics are there to last. The physics of outer space hasn't changed since that time, even though a lot of things politically on Earth have done so. But at this time, James was talking a lot about Hale-Bopp, about Comet Holmes, what other, McNaught was also a big comet there in the night sky. Yeah, that's where you want to go to get, a real education on how comets work. You won't find that in the physics books. That's why I'm saying this. So with that out of the way, we're gonna go and talk a little bit about what we can expect, or what you can do to prepare yourself for when Venus come around. In I keep saying the 24th of March, but around that time frame, and likely lasting, lingering, way after the Venus has passed, we're still gonna feel the effects of what is gonna be likely a pretty severe flu outbreak. And mind you, this is not gonna be a manufactured flu virus like they got going on in Fort Detrick. Can we just shut down that place? Can we just shut down the research on gain of function and what? It's that's where the real. I'm censoring. I'm censoring myself. What you want to do to prepare yourself best as you can, and it might not be sufficient. It depends, well, first and foremost on yourself. You have to find a way to, if you can be in a real despairing situation, a bit over your head, and you cannot really solve it. This is I'm just exaggerating, but you have to find a really bad place in your life, and feel happiness inside. It's kind of like if you go to the sauna, you get good and warm, and you throw yourself out in the snow or in the water. The body, the shock from really warm to really cold and back to warm again is doing wonders for you. IQ. Also, it does wonders for your body's ability to recuperate itself and deal with tough situations. So that is why I'm saying you have to find something outside of yourself that you cannot really, well, you can direct it. You can direct your energy. I'm not so good at talking about this, but basically what I am trying to say in so many words is that you have to find ways to raise your own vibration. Because the better you feel about yourself in your circumstances, and that's why I'm saying, okay, that's been my path. I've been in some pretty bad situations in my life, and there's really been no reason to feel happy. But again, I just have this feeling from my heart. This is horrible, but I feel good. I feel comfortable. I sleep good at night. You know, that's a lot of politicians don't sleep good at night. This is something I know from personal experience. And a better mattress won't solve that problem, because it's something they do that their conscience says is wrong, and they still sign under the thing that makes them feel uncomfortable, and that is why they sleep bad and take pills to numb that voice of the conscience. So this is one of the reasons I don't think many politicians are very good decision makers, for instance. But them about that, we want to get back to how can we get you through this Venus passage in as good health as possible. So in addition to finding ways about feeling good and raising your vibration, because that's it's just hard for disease to get at you if you're feeling good about yourself and your circumstances, even though they might be horrid. I know, because I've been there, I've done that, I've lived that life. I can tell you in detail and show you the postcards too, if you needs be. But I don't think you would like, because it's going to be a very exhausting stories. Now, the second thing you can do is, and I said this initially, go online and search up essential oils. And you want essential oils in your stuff anyway. You want to know how this works. What got me thinking about how to use essential oils in this conjunction in particular was I was thinking about those trafo stations, those electrical transformers, those big ones that they put into whole containers of high quality oils, is to shield them from the electrical fields outside in the power plants. I mean, considerable amounts of volts and watts and what's not floating around in the air there, and just a small thing could cause a big ignition. So the transformer is soaked, is in a bath of oil, so it's safe. Nothing gets at it. So that is what I've been thinking. If you get good quality essential oils and base oils, yeah, you can use food oils, and you can even use the PDD oil, but that's not high quality stuff. But it works. If that is what you got, that is what you got. Use it. Learn how to use it. You want to apply it on your skin as a second skin, and this is going to be a very insulated layer that's going to also not only viruses but all kind of microbes, bacteria, and well, fungus. It's not going to be able to live on such a layer. It's just going to be a good repellent. In the summertime we can make mixtures of oils, and it's good to keep gnats away and mosquitoes and such. So I believe if you can do these two things, you're going to be much better off. And of course my recommendation is the opposite of the official narrative, is don't go in line to get something from the multinational pharmaceutical companies. Run the opposite direction, especially if they say safe and effective, when they really mean it's experimental and we don't exactly... I'm so sorry for all you folks. If you see my Facebook, I found some people that are actually... Maybe I should talk about them next time. They found some things you can do to start to get relief from the effects of those shots, the COVID shots. And I'm just saying it. If I'm getting censored, I'm getting censored. Good on you, YouTube, for picking up my this is how I can... This is free speech. So if YouTube has a problem with free speech, I should have a problem with YouTube, because I'm very pro free speech. That's where we get parliamentarism, what we have in Norway. People talking freely, getting voted in for how good they are at talking freely. Nowadays, it's how good they are at regurgitating BS, and they get paid for that. Then we get bad policy. This is what I talked about there. So, a bit all over the place, but I'm just stunting this as usual. Yeah, I did mention a comment around a couple of weeks, not even there, around the 15th to 18th. Just caught it. A heads up. If I find anything more to say about it, I will try. But I think now just go to your planetary orbit simulator and look where it is in relation to us and the sun. And what I often done, you hear there's going to be effects, and the day happens and you really don't notice anything, and it's not going to be mentioned afterwards. Nobody made the correlation that the strong auroras were due to our passing in the field of the comet, Chinchu and Atlas, a couple of months back. But that is what happened. And well, this is not going to be the effect this time. Just look around on your weather apps, and maybe even in the news. There's also some psychological impacts with comets. It's very subtle, but yeah, and just whatever you think, comets are not dirty snowballs. That's the one big takeaway. You just can write it on your paper and have it as a steady reminder, and nobody is better at talking about that than the good Professor James McCanney. And I also urge you to get any of his products. I know he has good sale now on Berkey style water filters. You can get, I think, a really good deal. 10 for the price of 8 or something. When I get some money, I think I want to buy some of those myself. And good clean water will take you through most of bad times. Like, is there one thing you don't want to stress about in dire straits is getting clean water. That's just not, you want to have that available at all times. And yeah, get a good high quality water filter, and do check out James. He has also, not just for emergency, but also for a whole house and whole farm. Can you imagine that? Even your livestock gets to drink clean, fresh water. That's the veterinarian is gonna have be a bit sorry it has less to do, but the livestock is gonna be very happy. Okay, till next time, see you and take care. Hello.